Donna, just looking back to when we were in lockdown, you were famed for your gym, home gym there. How did that all come about, and what are your memories of that period?
It's a good period, to be fair. I really enjoyed it with the boys, and obviously the restrictions dropped a little bit and I hadn't seen anyone for a while, so good to get the boys over in our garage and do a bit of training. And I think the boys really enjoyed it too. Knocked the barbecue on after a session from Michael's mate, and yeah, we had a good time in there, definitely.
And you came back out of lockdown in pretty good shape. You must have been pleased with what you've been able to do in that period.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of set a goal for myself that when I come out of lockdown, I want to be better than I was before I went in, and smashed the weights for 3 months every day, train my missus dad a bit, and come out with a lot more size, a lot more strength, and a lot fitter after it, to be fair, and really helped my game towards the back end.
And when we came back into the game, you were man of the match against Huddersfield when we played over at Saints. Another close win that we had 2 against the Giants. What are your memories of that match?
Yeah, I just remember, the boys had come off the back of a couple of losses against Wigan and St Helens, and wanted to make that impact again in the team and get us going again defensively, and that was my main goal, and two nice wins there to get us back on track.
You're obviously a very vocal member of the group, particularly noticeable in pre-match when you're talking the boys up. Is that something you think you've developed, particularly in the last year, becoming a key part of the group?
Yeah, definitely. I'm 29-year-old now, knocking on, even though I feel 21 still. A massive job for me is, to start becoming a leader and sharing my experiences with the young boys and with the other players. Sometimes I know what to say and what not to say in certain times, and I'd really like to kick on with that role this next season. Being a role model for them younger lads and trying to help them on their path to becoming a better professional.
And you've been doing the hard work off the field as well with your degree as well. How have you found that this year?
Yeah, it's been tough. Level 5 this year, so it goes up that extra step harder. It's really tough, but at the same time, it's going to be really rewarding come the end of my career. Hopefully, I've got another 5-6 years left in me yet. But it's definitely the right step for me at the moment. Getting older, you know what I mean, and having that next step for when my career changes later down the line.
And you had an incident in the middle of the season where most players would be fearing about their future in the game if you're broken back. What's your memories of that period?
Yeah, not a nice memories, to be fair. When I couldn't get off the couch for a week and never really seeing the end of it while I was laid on the couch when it was going to get better, and it soon changed within a few weeks, and managed to get on my rehab and try and push the physios to let me do more and more, and 5 weeks I only missed 3 games, which was quite pleasing for myself. And as I said earlier, it was tough to watch the boys. They were going through a tough few games, so my focus was just on getting better and stronger in my rehab and trying to bring that impact again to the team.
The injury itself takes back that to game. I mean, just how painful was it, and what were your initial fears when you felt the injury? Yeah,
I've had a few injuries over my career, but none quite with the pain that I had there when I couldn't stand up. It's not a nice feeling. You don't know what's quite gone wrong or what's not right, and that was quite worrying for me at the time. But with the help of the physios and stuff, managed to calm me down a little bit after there, and the pain soon disappeared.
And tough for your family, sat at home watching on the telly, obviously. Everyone's aware of what happened with your brother. It must have been tough for your mum and dad watch it on the telly.
Yeah, that's all I thought when I was laid on the ground, is my mum's going to be panicking, thinking there's someone over my back or my spine. They definitely were worried, and my brother was worried too. He was watching it at home himself, but I was all right, and trying to give him a thumbs up while I was laid on the stretcher, just to let him know I was all right.
And that stage, you're hoping it wasn't that serious about again. Fast forward to Wembley and being back in a Challenge Cup final. What was it like in the build up to that for you personally? Yeah,
it was great. I think that period of the Challenge Cup and the build up, was the icing on the cake for my season, really. It's been a tough few years of getting in the team and trying to be consistent in my role. Extending my contract here, and it was kind of a bit of a reward for the hard work that I put in, and It knocked me back a little bit on the road that I've come on to get back to where I am now, and you know I was really pleased, you know, to get that Challenge Cup, and like I said, it's not often you get opportunities to lift that cup, and you know I've done my dream that I've always dreamed of now.
And you're in charge of leading the team song.
Yeah.
There won't be many much better ways to sing it than in that dressing room at Wembley, surrounded by your mates.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. You know that was a great memory for myself. I'm not sure whether Reece might be taking over that role next year after he keeps screaming out the lead song now when he's had a few beers.